Well, it might be all fun and games for me right now, but TVS is certainly not playing around. A more powerful engine that is in its most powerful state of tune yet. Race tuned dynamic stability control, so basically a lot of electronic nannies to keep you in one piece while you're belting out on the racetrack so that this won't happen. A transparent clutch cover, winglets, freaking winglets. Now I knew since the beginning that TVS would be the very first Indian manufacturer to deploy winglets on a motorcycle, and here we are. Now at this point of time it just feels like TVS is flexing. They are flaunting that what it means to be right at the forefront when it comes to automotive innovation, at least in this part of the world. And it only makes sense because the Apache RR 310 is their flagship motorcycle, their halo offering, their star child if you will. So how do all these innovations translate into the real world? Real world? Oh, we are far away from it. We are very, very far away from it because we are at Coast Racetrack to sample what is easily the baddest Apache yet. Now, I'm not complaining because if you come to think of it, the Apache RR 310, it was conceived at the racetrack. It was born at the racetrack. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely getting the itch to just head out there and flow with this beautiful, beautiful motorcycle. This is Anand Pandey. You're watching BBC Top Gear Mag India, and this is the first ride review of the TVS Apache RR 310. So there are basically three major takeaways when you look at the design of the new Apache RR 310, and that is the new bomber grey shade, the winglets that you see here, and the transparent clutch cover. Now personally, I expected some more bolder moves from TVS because they are a bold company, but it is what it is, and I'm not complaining again because if you look at it, is it still one of the best looking motorcycles in its class? Oh, you bet it is. Just look at it. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not a big fan of the engine that is jointly developed by TVS Motors and BMW. But my thoughts, they changed a lot with the new Apache RR 310. While the refinement levels could be still better, the Apache has now become livelier and peppier throughout the rev range. It pulls in a cleaner and more confident manner in each and every gear. Now one can feel that it is a 38 PS motorcycle, but that being said, out on the racetrack we could feel that the motorcycle was running out of revs a bit earlier than predicted. It translated into more gear shifts, and if you're a track junkie, you would definitely miss the top end gut punch that you would expect from a high revving single cylinder motorcycle. However, what is a very likable aspect about this engine is the friendliness of it. Despite making more power than ever before, it is going to be very accommodating for newer riders as well. Now with the extra boost in power, the Apache has now become an even more potent weapon than it already was. What also assists in making it a proper track weapon is the bidirectional quick shifter, which works flawlessly, given that you keep the tachometer ringing above the 2300 RPM mark. The other standout thing about the new Apache RR 310 is the new set of electronics, which includes a new race-tuned dynamic stability control program, which gets you access to a house full of electronic nannies, including cornering traction control, cornering cruise control, cornering ABS, hill hold control, wheelie control, and stoppie control. Well, some of them might sound like an overkill for a 300cc motorcycle, but remember, TVS is just flexing now. During a brief encounter, we experienced the cornering cruise control work like a charm as it reduced the speed of the motorcycle as soon as it sensed considerable lean angles and got back to the set speed as soon as the motorcycle went straight up. Well, if you're concerned about the numbers, the Apache, it now puts down 38 PS and 29 Nm of torque. Now,
As compared to the previous iteration of the Apache RR 310, it is now almost 4 PS and 2 Newton meters more than before, while the top speed is now clocked at 165 km per hour. Even the 0 to 100 timings have gotten a little faster for the new Apache RR 310, as it now trends from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 6.7 seconds as compared to a little over 7 seconds before. TVS has carried forward one of the most positive things about the RR 310, and that is its rider's triangle. It is a super sport motorcycle, but one that doesn't mind putting miles on the odometer, and it enables the rider to do the same because the clip-ons aren't that low and the foot pegs aren't that far behind. Now even for shorter riders, it is going to be a comfortable motorcycle because the seat height, it is rated at 810 millimeters. However, we were riding on a fast flowing racetrack and the foot pegs kept grinding away if we were riding a bit spiritedly. Although we didn't ride on bumpy surfaces, but we are expecting the suspension to behave in the exact same manner as it did earlier, which is not a bad thing at all. The Apache RR 310 has always struck a very good balance between ride quality and riding dynamics. TVS is still offering two kits for the RR 310. The dynamic kit includes a fully adjustable KYB front fork, a fully adjustable KYB rear suspension, brass coated drive chain and a tire pressure monitoring system. It comes with an additional price of Rs 18,000. The Dynamic Pro kit comes loaded with rider aid, including dynamic stability control, cornering ABS, cornering traction control, cornering cruise control, wheelie control, hill hold and stoppie control. Again, this is the first in segment feature because the Apache RR 310 utilizes a 6-axis IMU sensor to enable all these electronic nannies. Now this kit costs Rs 16,000. The braking setup remains the same as before, and it inspires enough confidence and bite to push the motorcycle a little harder. Riding on the racetrack revealed once again what a brilliant set of hoops that the RR 310 comes with in the form of Michelin Road 5s.
Personally, I've always loved the TVS Apache RR 310 because of the way it looks and the sort of versatile package that the RR 310 has always been. And now it has become even more powerful and more potent than ever before. Honestly, I really don't care about the winglets or the transparent clutch cover because even apart from them, it is one of the most gorgeous motorcycles to ever come out of this beautiful country. Now, if you see the Apache RR 310 as a standalone motorcycle, it is a very likable offering. But things start to get a little troublesome for TVS once you factor in the KTM RC 390. Because what I believe is, if you want to hone your skills, hone your track riding skills, the RC is still the way to go. But if you want some bragging rides, a motorcycle that looks as gorgeous as this and packs more features than your smartphone, there's no better motorcycle than the Apache RR 310. And it also helps the Apache RR 310's case that as a fundamental motorcycle, it doesn't do anything wrong. It is still a very versatile and potent package. And I still love the Apache RR 310 for the sort of motorcycle that it is. If you still have any questions regarding the Apache RR 310, the comment section is all yours. Fill them up with your queries and I'll get back to you with all the right answers. This is Anand Pandey. You're watching BBC Top Gear Mag India and it's about to sign off, and I'll see you around.